And a very good evening to my friends and our beloved lecturer, Madam Mas Aida. So first of all, let me introduce myself first. My name is Aimah Amira binti Mazlan and my partner is Adibah Hanim binti Ahmad Asri. So today, we would like to present our outline. So as we can see from the slides, our topic is about the impacts of COVID-19 towards college students. Next slide. So let me start with the introduction first. The COVID-19 pandemic has significantly affected college students worldwide. So during this period, most colleges shifted from traditional classes to online learning, changing how students study and interacted. And at the same time, many institutions they experience changes in student enrollment with difference between male and female students. So this presentation highlight how COVID-19 impacted college student learning method and enrollment trends. Okay, next slide. Moving on to the credibility, why we choose this topic? There must be a reason, right? So we choose this topic because we personally experienced the effect of COVID-19 during our high school years. So during that time, we had to adapt to online learning, face poor internet connection, and stay motivated while studying from home. So it was very difficult for us to communicate with our teachers and friends, which affected our learning process and mental well-being. So now, as a college student, we can relate even more to how the pandemic changed students' learning styles and enrollment trends. We also saw how some of our friends delay and stop their studies, showing how the pandemic affected male and female students differently. Next, I will pass to my partner to present about the background of the topic.
Okay, so for the background of this topic, I would like to explain briefly about online learning since it became the main learning method during the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, online learning, also known as e-learning, refers to the delivery of educational content and instruction through the internet. This approach allows students to take courses and earn degrees remotely without needing to be physically present on the campus. So online learning can be carried out through different methods such as web-based courses, video conferencing platforms like Zoom or Google Meet, and self-paced learning programs where the students can complete their lessons based on their own schedule. So during this pandemic, these methods became essential for students and also the educators to continue teaching and learning from home safely. Even though online learning provided flexibility, but it also introduced many challenges that affected students' academic performance, mental health, and also the engagement. Okay, next. For the central idea of this topic is that the COVID-19 pandemic also had a major impact on college students' lives in many different ways. The first key theme is the surge in online learning. When campuses closed, students had to study from home, and many of them struggled with distractions at home. For example, the students had to share one small study space with their siblings, with their family members, and some of them may take care of their younger siblings during classes, which made it difficult for them to focus and keep up with the lessons. And then the next second theme is the mental health crisis. Research found that more than 90% of students reported negative mental health effects during the pandemic. They had the feelings such as stress, lonely, or anxious. Almost half said that these emotional struggles directly affected their studies and made it harder for them to stay motivated. Next, I will pass again to Aimi Amira.
Okay, moving on to chart 1. So from the chart style, we can tell that it is a bar chart. So for the description of data, the title of the chart is the percentage of undergraduate students who enroll in online courses for 2019 versus 2020. So it was taken from National Center for Education Statistics, which is NCES, and this show a sharp increase in college students taking online courses during the COVID-19 pandemic. So for the analysis of the data showed that the most college students had to adapt to online learning due to campus closure. So about 74% of students enrolled in at least one online course in 2020 compared to 37% in 2019. So in fall 2020, there is about 46% of undergraduate students enrolled in only online courses, which represent a significant increase compared to 18% in fall 2019. So this increase reflects how COVID-19 accelerated the use of digital learning platform in higher education. I will pass back to my partner.
Okay, for the chart 2, I will explain about the chart 2, which shows the percent change in undergraduate enrollment by gender from fall 2019 to fall 2022 based on the data that we get from the National Student Clearinghouse Research Centre. Okay, so from the chart we can see that many male students chose not to continue or decided to delay their studies during this period. Meanwhile, the female enrollment also declined, but the decrease was smaller if we compare to male. So then looking at the trend from fall 2020 to fall 2021, we can see some signs of recovery among women as they began to increase slightly by around 1%, showing that female students were returning to college more steadily than male students during that time. So this data shows that the pandemic affected enrollment differently for men and women, while men experienced a bigger drop in the beginning and the women showed quicker recovery. So at the same time, both groups faced challenges and uncertainty during the pandemic, which influenced their decisions about continuing education. Okay, next for conclusion. In conclusion, the COVID-19 pandemic brought major changes to the lives of college students. It forced a huge shift from face-to-face classes to online learning, which create both opportunities and challenges. In fact, about 74% of students enroll in at least one online course in 2022, if we compare to only 37% in 2019. So overall, COVID-19 not only changed the way students learn, but also influenced their educational choices, experiences, and also their future path. I think that's all from us, and thank you.
All right. Thank you, Adiba and Aimi. Okay, yeah. Okay, so thank you very much to both of you.